Hello there, this is James from Perfect English. Welcome to this video. As you all know, Perfect English is a language school based in Athens, Greece that teaches absolutely pitch-perfect native speaker English. Well, today we're going to talk to you about pronunciation. This is the second video in a series of 2 videos that are about pronunciation. And today we're going to talk to you about the R-like sounds in English. This is a huge problem for non-native speakers of English because the R-like sounds in English are different from the R sound in Greek, Italian, Spanish or other languages. But we're going to help you pronounce the R-like sounds properly. So if you need help with your English, take a look at our address, our email and our phone number, which will appear at the end of the video as well. Okay. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. Let's start with the Greek language, if you are a Greek learner. The Greek language has only one phoneme for the Greek letter alpha, and that phoneme is the sound A. Now the word phoneme, which you see right here, means sound. So a phoneme is a sound. So Greek words that start with the letter alpha sound A, as you know very well. And it's exactly the same thing in Italian, Spanish and many other languages. On the other hand, the English language has 4 phonemes that bear similarities with the Greek phoneme A. That's why I call them R-like sounds. But they're different from the Greek sound A. Okay, these 4 phonemes are A, O, and we talked about the last one in our previous video. This is the notorious schwa sound. If you haven't watched that video, go back and watch it first. Now the shocking truth is that none of these 4 phonemes are an exact correspondence for the Greek phoneme A. So in fact, the Greek phoneme A does not exist in English in its pure form. What do we mean by that? Let's start with an example. In the Greek language, we say kala, kala. Now, there's no equivalent for kala in English. There's no sound in English which is exactly the same as the A sound in Greek or Italian or Spanish. Conversely, in English, we say star, stab, stone. And none of these words has an equivalent phoneme in the Greek language. There's no sound like A, and O in Greek. So, what happens is we have the Greek phoneme A, and the English phonemes A, O, and all of those phonemes are different from each other. Now, let's see how we can actually pronounce the English phonemes. Listen to me pronouncing the following words and note the differences between these 3 phonemes. First of all, let me show you how to produce each one of them. So, how can you produce this phoneme right here? You open your mouth fully, the same way you do when you pronounce the Greek A, but you keep it open and you blow out the A for a longer time than the Greek A. So you don't say A, but A. Not A, but A. So it's like a longer A. It's an aristocratic sound, especially in British English. So we say, for example, ba. We don't say ba or bar, we say ba. In British English. Okay, we don't say car, we don't say car, we say car. So it's car. We don't say far, we say far. So once again, bar, car, far. Okay, so what actually these 2 dots indicate is that the A sound is longer, it is lengthened when you pronounce it. Let us move on to the second phoneme, this one, which looks like a combination of A and E, and that's exactly what it is. To produce this phoneme in English, you open your mouth to say A. You keep it in the same position that you would have your mouth to utter the sound A, but instead you utter the sound E. So what that means is that you don't say A, you don't say E, but you say E. You don't say A, you don't say E, but you say E. Okay, it sounds a little bit strange for Greek people because there's no equivalent phoneme in the Greek language, but with plenty of practice you can get used to it. So it's E. Okay, that's often the case in American English more than in British English. In British English it doesn't sound so strident. Okay, so what's the correct pronunciation of B-A-T? It's not bat, it's not bet, but it's bet. Bet. So you open your mouth to say A, but instead you say E. Bet. Bet. So let me pronounce these two words as well. Cat. Cat. Fat. Fat. Now this is the case in American English. In British English it would be a softer sound. It would be something like bat, cat, fat. Okay. We move on to the last phoneme, which is different from the previous two in two ways. First of all, it sounds between an A and an O, but it's not a combination of these two. Now open your mouth to say A, then say O. Now find the halfway point between an A and an O. What's the halfway point? It's not A, it's not O, it's O. 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 It's exactly halfway between an A and an O. And there's a second difference between this phoneme and the previous two ones, and that's that this phoneme is very aggressive, very sharp, and it sounds like you're punching somebody in the face. So it's not an O, but O. It's very, very aggressive. O. So the correct pronunciation of these words are but. Let me say that once again. But. It's not but, it's not bot, it's but. Or it's not bat, it's not bot, but. The next one is pronounced cooked, and the third one is pronounced fun. Fun. Okay? Let's get some more practice. Now, repeat after me. I'm going to be pronouncing these words and then you can repeat them. Let's start with the ones on the left. Ma. So say after me, ma. Nasty. Your turn. Pa. Ta. Now let us move on to the middle column. Okay, remember this is the A-E sound like E. So listen to me pronounce these words and repeat after me. Mat. Nab. Pat. Tat. Once again. Mat. Nab. Pat. Tat. And now let us move on to the last column on the right. Remember, this is the abrupt, sharp O sound. So let me pronounce these words and you repeat after me. Mull. Once again, mull. None. Pun. Tuck. Once again, mull. None. Pun. Tuck. Okay, now let's see how these words can be used in sentences. Now let's try and say the following sentences. Look at these sentences first. I'm going to say them out loud and you can repeat them after me. A bat came into the bar but didn't go far. Once again. A bat came into the bar but didn't go far. The second one now. The cat got into the car which cut across the city at high speed. A second time. The cat got into the car which cut across the city at high speed. Let's look at some more examples. 4 more sentences for you. Okay, let's go on to the next one. It's fun to see your fans coming from so far to see you. Say it once again. It's fun to see your fans coming from so far to see you. Let's move on to the next one. We need to mull the motives of the man who marred the celebrations. Do you hear the difference between and are? We need to mull the motives of the man who marred the celebrations. Now say it yourselves. Okay, let's move on to the next one. It was so nasty of you to nab the nun and try to kiss her. It was so nasty of you to nab the nun and try to kiss her. Okay, that's a very funny sentence if you understand the meaning of these words. And the last one for today. She patted the punster because the pun was up to par. Once again. She patted the punster because the pun was up to par. Okay. So, this brings us to the end of this video. If you liked it, click the like button and subscribe to our channel so that you can see similar videos in the future. If you need help with your English, email us at the address on the screen or call us at the phone number below the address. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye.